morning. Let's find our sit bones and drop nice and tall, go long in the crown. Close your eyes and just take a little inventory of what's happening. Like my hips are tight and my knees are maybe talking a little. And just kind of, do a little interior exploration in the body. Maybe wiggle a little bit to see if you can create some space where you feel tension. And then begin to notice what's happening with your breath. So all of this, I really encourage you to close your eyes. Closing your eyes is an interesting experience. It brings you within. And begin to notice the breath. So when you notice the breath, the question is, where do I notice my breath? Do I notice my belly expanding? Do I notice the air moving in and out of my nose? Or maybe do I notice that I'm not breathing? That's a very common thing. And just allow whatever it is to be okay. Now take a minute and notice your shoulders. What's happening with your shoulders? Are they up by your ears? Maybe bring them up by your ears, just so you know what that feels like. And then lift them a little bit higher. And then roll the shoulders back as if you're bringing your shoulder blades together and walking them down your back. And notice what's different. Take a nice deep breath in through your nose. Blow it out through your mouth. In through your nose. Blow it out through your mouth. One more time. In through your nose. Out through your mouth. And then settle in to breathing in and out of the nose. So sometimes first thing in the morning, I notice that my nose is maybe a little stuffy from sleeping in the night, having a lot of wind here in Kansas, and so the dirt is flowing. Sometimes that will mess with your sinuses. It's okay, just take a minute and blow your nose, and then see if you can create enough space in the sinus cavities to breathe in and out of your nose. If you can't, in and out of your mouth. Begin to deepen that breath, inhaling to the bottom of your lungs, the center, and all the way to the top. And then exhaling from the top to the center, down. And bring it into the bottom of the lungs first, center, the top, and then from the top, the center, all the way out. Inviting the core into supporting the seated posture, pulling that belly button back to your spine as you exhale all the way. Staying with your breath. So this is 3-part breath. Inhale, 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 exhale, exhale, exhale. Notice what's happening in the mind. If the monkey's trying to jump in, am I doing this correctly? Yes, you are. Give the mind something to do. Allow it to maybe count your inhales and count your exhales. 3 more on your own. And now is the last one. On the next inhale, bringing the hands into play, inhaling them up overhead. Big, giant reaching. Now, as your arms go up, let your fingertips reach for the ceiling, but draw with your shoulders. So many times when we work with our arms, our shoulders think they need to come in. Let them draw down your back. Stay with your breath. Nice deep inhale in. Inhaling up through those right fingertips, reach them to the ceiling, let that left hand begin to travel to the floor. Top of the hand, head. That's okay. So, breathing into it. Nowhere to go. Nothing to do. So from right here, take a deep breath in, spin that heart open to the sky. Just a little twist. This is just a little twist, inviting those twisting muscles in. What's happening in the pelvic floor? So the pelvic floor is like doing a Kegel and supporting yourself, but not clenching. Inhaling up, coming back to center. Exhaling the other direction, whichever way you went, go the other way. Breathe into it. Always allowing the back of your hand to the floor so you're not resting on your hand. This is a great place where you can go like this and then rest, then the arms doing the work instead of the side body. So allow that to open. Inhaling and exhaling. Twisting the heart open. It's just a little teeny movement, it's not big. About a half an inch. Begin to feel the heat start to build. Inhaling, coming back to center. Exhaling, both hands down. Bringing the hands behind you. Can you touch your hands? If you can, clasp your fingertips together and just let the arms draw down to the floor. No lifting here, we're just opening the heart. Inhaling, engaging that core. Feel that heart open. Go along in the crown. Breathe into it. So today we're going to do all holding for anywhere from 3 to 5 breaths. So as we drop into a posture, find that counting of your breath. You can tighten the back of your throat, creating the ocean sound, Ujjayi breath. One more. Releasing the hands, dropping those arms out, stretch them out, coming out to the side right here. Palms flat, reach them out. So I have to take a minute and settle in. My shoulders want to come up to my ears. So what would it feel like to roll those shoulders back and down? Just that little movement. And then reach those fingertips to the opposite walls, really lengthen it out. And imagine every muscle in your arms grabbing your bones. Yes. Strengthening. Inhaling, turning those palms over. Take a deep breath. Just that movement. Feel every little muscle in the arms. Inhaling the hands up. Drop out of the shoulders. Nice deep inhale. We're going to all twist to the right. So twist to the right. Opposite hand to the opposite knee. Looking over that shoulder. Anytime you're twisting, you're going to engage that pelvic floor. Go long in the crown. Feel the shoulders come down. Find your breath. Everybody's doing a great job of stopping breathing at the same time. So, inhale. Exhale. 2 more breaths. So, it's really important to honor your body. So if I twist deep, it doesn't mean you have to twist deep. Work at your own level. Nice deep inhale, inhaling those hands up, coming back to center. Exhaling, heading the other direction. Twisting into it. What's with you today? See if you can let it roll off onto the mat. Nowhere to go. Nothing to do. Twisting and breathing. Nice deep inhale in, inhaling hands up, exhaling. We're going to head forward into a forward fold. So if your hips are tight, you're not going to go very far. If your hips are loose, you might go farther. Make sure to lead with your heart, not your forehead, and just go as far as your body will allow you. And if you can go clear down and touch your nose to the floor, feel free, go right ahead and do it. It's okay to put your hands in front of you to support you so that you don't flop all the way down. And don't work past your own limit. 2 more breaths, you can do it. Excellent. Inhaling, coming up. We're gonna come off of our blanket and right onto our hands and knees. If you're on a hardwood floor and you find that the floor underneath you is too hard for you, you can take your blanket and fold it in half, do it like this, and just come up on it like that. But if you're on a rug, then you can just do what's comfortable for you. So for those of you who have any wrist issues, at any time that we're doing anything in a posture where we're on our hands like this, if you need to stop and take a break, do. Take a look down, make sure your hands are directly underneath your shoulders. Take a look back and see that your knees are directly underneath your hips, okay? So we don't want our legs too far apart. We don't want them too close together. We want them just hip distance apart. Right here, tabletop, lengthen through the crown of your head. Draw those shoulders back, tail back. This is the posture. Imagine that I'm walking around to put my hands around your waist. Take a deep breath in, drawing it in, right here, good. And this is a place where we engage our core just a little bit to take the drop out of our belly. If you see me leave the screen, it's just because I'm helping the people in the classroom. And I'm imaginary coming around, putting my hands around your waist and supporting you, breathing into it. Find your breath. Sometimes it's the pause is where we have our greatest learning. On the next deep inhale, drop down into cow. Let that belly button fly to the floor. Look up, tailbone up. Inhale. Bring your 3-part breath back. Exhale for a count of 3, 2, 1. Into cat. And then into cow for 3, 2, 1. Move with it. Slow it down. It's interesting because we can do yoga at a faster pace and get our momentum going and move through it. And it takes strength to do that. Sometimes it takes even more strength to move slowly. So we're moving through this cat and cow. Inhaling cow. Exhaling cow. We're going to do 3 more. Inhaling down. Exhaling, releasing it out. All the way. 2 more. Notice what you discover in slowing down. Exhale. Sometimes I discover in my own process of slowing down that it's really uncomfortable. That's when I know that's where my work is. And I get really busy in my life. The mind loves the busy. The spirit loves the calm. Last time, all the way through. Take it through cat. Inhaling, coming right back into tabletop. We're going to inhale, and we're going to pour into that left knee and exhale the right leg out. This might be your posture right here. Breathe into it. If you have the space, invite your left hand and balance on the right hand and the left knee. Now, notice what's happening in the body. Are you spinning out of your hip? Feel that long line of energy from your fingertips to your toes, or from the crown of your head to your toes if you're not off your hand. Breathe into it. At any time it becomes too much, you stop. Long line of energy. Find the breath. Find the power and the strength of holding and pausing. 2 more. Last one, bring that left hand down. Let the legs stay up, square up those hips. Bend that foot, flatten it out right here. Okay, so if this is here with you today, we're gonna hold here for a count of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then lift that foot to the ceiling. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Don't lose it all to the left leg. Lower it back down to 90 degrees. Now move with it. Press it up and down. Up and down. For beginners, it might look like this. It might look in and out, okay? So honor where you're at today. Up and down. 2 more. And last one, bring it down, draw those heels together, open the knees, press back into child's pose. So child's pose is the great escape. If we're ever doing anything that is not comfortable for you, and you don't have to sink all the way back, but that is the goal. I don't sink all the way back because of a knee injury. So if you can sit back on your heels, do. If it's comfortable. If it's not comfortable, don't do it. Now take a minute and explore the body. What's different, the left side to the right side? Do you feel different in the hip? Is one more open? Just notice. There's no judgment, it's just a noticing. Inhaling, rising back up, coming back into tabletop. We're gonna have 3 cat-cows. So drop down into cow with an inhale. Exhaling up. Inhaling down. Exhaling. One more time, you can do it. Inhaling all the way down. Feel that spine really move. Exhaling all the way up, coming back into tabletop. Grow long in your crown. So when you grow long in your crown, make sure that your eyes are looking at the mat and not looking in front of you, because that crunches the back of your neck when you tip your head up like that. Let it be long here. Inhaling, lengthening through that left leg, point the toe. If you have the space, the right hand, here's your balance. Square off the hips. Find the strength. Find your breath. Breathe into it. Nowhere to go, nothing to do. Breathing. Noticing the strength in the posture. Know that if this is too much and you need to come out of your right hand and only do the hip, then do that. Honor where your body is. Find your breath. 2 more breaths. Last one, bring that hand down, keeping that left foot out. Flex the foot, draw it in right here. So in my mind, I imagine that this is a beautiful long line of energy, and I'm going to lift it up for 5 breaths. Lift it to the ceiling. 3 more. 2. And lower it back down. Square up the hips. I'm noticing in my body that I'm really losing it in my hips. So bring that belly button to your spine. Draw that pelvic floor up. Support through the core. And lower that knee down. I guess I didn't do the presses, did I? Boy, lucky guy. Lucky you guys are. Sinking back into child's pose. So notice in your body, I'm noticing that my left side is definitely less strong than my right side. That's okay. It's just good noticing. Breathing into it. Inhaling, rising back up. From right here, we're going to bring our right foot to the front of the mat. Okay? So low lunge is the only place that I allow you to have your knee past your ankle. We're going to sink forward. Now, if you're on a hardwood floor, this can be kind of testy on the knees, so definitely protect that. Sink forward. Breathe into it. Where we're looking is into the psoas right here. So it's the left leg, it's where the work really is. Although you're going to feel it in your right hip too, in the hamstring. Sinking forward. Bring those shoulders down. This is a great place that if you need blocks to use them. Sometimes if this is your first time or maybe you're not very flexible, you bring the floor up to you. Yeah, it really makes it easier. Breathe into it, 2 more breaths, and then we're going to sink back, straight back. Straighten that front leg. Toes are down to start with. So what happens in toes down, we get the anterior cavity of the lower leg, and then sink forward. So we're just working with the hip pelvis here. Very important that your core is strong. And then we're going to inhale and sink back, toes are down. Exhale, sink forward. Protect your knee. If this is bothering your knee, support it by putting a blanket under it. Inhale back. Exhale forward. We're going to do one more. Inhale back. Exhale forward. Great. For right here in low lunge, we're going to take our left hand, place it next to the right foot, and spin open into a twist. Sinking down, spinning open. Engage that core. Very good. You got it. Breathing into it. Those of you at home, lengthen through your crown. It's okay to look to the floor. Good job. Looks good. Sink forward just a little bit, little more. There you go. Good job. Breathing into it. Knowing that whatever your body's telling you is what you really need to follow. Now, if it's telling you, oh, wow, this is really hard, I can't do this, breathe through that. But if you have any sharp, fiery, burning pain, stop doing it. Inhale through those fingertips. Exhale. Lower back down. Release that foot back. Open the knees past your child's pose. Sink back. I really want you to pay attention to how your right hip feels compared to your left hip. So in Kripalu Yoga is all about the yoga of compassion. It's about noticing the change in the body. It's about having some exploration, curiosity. What's different in my body? Inhaling, coming right back up, passing right through tabletop, bringing that left foot forward. Exhaling forward, sink down. So let's square up those hips and really think about opening that psoas of the right hip, the right side of the body. So the psoas is deep in the belly. It's behind all of our guts. It's a front spine stabilizer. The reason this muscle is so important is because it's the only bidirectional muscle in the body. And it not only sits us up, it lifts the leg to climb stairs, and it stoops us over to weed our garden, sinking back, all the way back. Feel the hamstrings of that left leg open. Find your breath. Inhaling, sinking forward, and let's move with it. So we're going to exhale, and then we're going to inhale, sinking back. Inhale back. Exhale forward. Inhale back. So this really slows down the inhale and exhale because you've got to let your body have the space and time to move with it. Sinking forward. One more time. Inhaling back. Exhaling forward. Noticing what's happening. Staying right here. Bringing that right hand into play here, setting it next to your left foot. Engage that core. Inhaling, twisting open. Notice how this twist is different. I always have a harder time twisting left than I do right. That's just my body. What's different in your body? Just notice. What's happening in your toes? Are you gripping the floor with your toes to hang on for dear life? Maybe soften them. 2 more breaths. Excellent. Inhale through the hand. Exhale, bring it down. Bring that foot back. Draw those heels together. We're going to go to standing here in just a moment, but I want everybody to know that you have permission to stay in child or go back to child at any time. This is a great place to go even when life gets hard. If you're moving through life and it becomes overwhelming, just drop down into child's pose. If you're in a meeting and you drop into child's pose, it totally lightens the mood for everybody. Coming into tabletop again. Curl your toes under. Now, we're headed to downward facing dog. So if dog's not with you today, stay in tabletop. Lift that tail up, roll back into those heels, come all the way back into downward facing dog. Now, we're going to work in dog quite a bit. So you might work in dog and then you might go to tabletop and work at your level. I'll show both if you need it. Okay, so
Inhale up on your toes. Exhale into that right heel. Really let that left knee be soft. And feel the opening all the way from your heel to your hip. Drop out of your head, no tension. It's okay for you to take a quick look if you're not sure what I'm doing. But other than that, let all the tension and everything drain out of your neck and run out of the top of your head into the mat, passing through the mat, all the way to the earth. Mother Earth will take care of it. Inhaling up onto your toes, exhale into that left heel. Breathe into it. Now, all these little micro movements that are really important that when we're moving through life quickly, we don't pay attention to. See if that left knee is spinning open just a little bit to go to the little toe as you sink into that heel. Is your core engaged? Where's your head? Are you letting go of it? Where's your heart? Is it working towards your knees? Are you breathing? All those little things. Inhaling up onto your toes. Exhaling this time into both heels. If your arms are tired, take a break. Go to tabletop. Go to child's pose. Sinking all the way back. We're going to have 5 breaths here. 3 more. 2 more. Last one, nice deep inhale. On the next inhale, walk your feet forward. You can do it in mini steps. You can do it in a jump. You can do it in one giant step. It takes me about 4 to get standing forward fold. So we're at the front of our mat, dropping all the way down. Let go of your head. Let that head really travel down so that your head's upside down. Now, if you're really tight in the hamstrings, you're not going to fold clear forward. I don't. I do kind of this half forward fold thing. So let your arms hang down. If you want, you can hook your hands and your elbows, let your arms swing. It kind of opens the back body. Breathing into it. We're not going to be here too long. So hands come back down onto the floor. Notice if your feet are hip distance apart. If they're too far apart, bring them in. If they're too close together, bring them apart. And on the next inhale, roll yourself up 1 vertebrae at a time. If you have the low back issues, walk yourself up your legs. Help yourself up. When you get up, let your hands come up overhead. Nice deep breath in. Take a nice deep breath. Spin those hands apart. Exhaling, bringing them halfway down to palms facing the floor. So you're kind of in this T position right here. Breathing into it. Drop out of your shoulders. Imagine that you have 2 poles of energy supporting those hands up. Now, notice what's happening in your arms. Can you grip the muscles with the backside of your arms? That's this right here. This hanging down part. I have a really beautiful example of hanging down arms. So can you bring those muscles up against your bones? Yeah. We all love that. Summer arms, right? Yeah, there it is. Now, reach a little bit further out towards the opposite walls. So now that you have a hold of your arms so great, let your palms turn to face forward. Do it slowly. Notice how it changes. Now, spin them to face the top. Face the ceiling. Yeah, there you go. Now, with your thumbs, bring your thumbs as if they're going to touch behind you. They won't. They'll go about a ½ inch. But it'll feel like a huge journey. Excellent. Inhaling your hands up overhead. You're clear. And drop out of the shoulders. Exhaling, swan dive forward. Feel the big circles through the shoulders. Hands to your shins or to the floor. Inhaling, coming halfway up and moving through the crown. Exhaling down. Inhaling, reverse swan dive all the way up. Big circles through the arms. Make those shoulders open. Exhaling your hands down center line, undulating mudra. So this is our resting point in standing postures right here. On the next inhale, drop the hands down, circle around. Exhaling, swan dive forward. Heading into half sun salutations, inhaling halfway up, exhaling down, inhaling reverse swan dive. So we're gonna do 5 more of these on your own. Exhaling your hands down, center line, inhaling, circling around. This is 1. At your own place, follow your breath, follow your breath. So we have 4 more to go. And if the mind is wanting you to hurry up and go quicker, slow it down. Make your breath longer. And so we have 2 more. Stay with your breath. Stay with that internal journey. And just notice. So I have 1 more to go. If you're finished, you could just rest with your hands in standing Anjali Mudra. You could do another round. Just honor where you're at. And as you come to standing Anjali Mudras, notice what feels different in the body. So right here, hands at your heart. Bring those elbows up and the shoulder blades down and press the hands together. Let the shoulders do the work here, pressing those hands together. This builds an interesting circle of heat through the shoulders. What would it feel like to let anything you have you're carrying on your shoulders to roll off the shoulders, right off the shoulders, splashing back to Mother Earth. Let it fall down. Breathing into it. Inhaling, dropping those hands down. So if you're standing the long way on your mat or the short way on your mat, turn so that you're facing the fireplace here. Standing in the middle of your mat the long way. And I apologize that I can't be in front of those guys here, but we're gonna step our left foot forward and let it face the end of the mat. So to the front of the mat. Step that back foot back, and then we're gonna sink into the knee. So this is Warrior 2 right here. Inhaling, hands up, right into Warrior 2. Sink into that knee. And take a look down, and if your knee is right over your ankle, that's where I want you to be. So if you're ahead of your ankle, wiggle your toes out some more. Okay? So this is the work right here. I'm gonna walk around and adjust a couple of people, drop down on your shoulders. If you're leaning forward, you're warrior in the future. If you're leaning backwards, you're warrior in the past. We're gonna go right here and then sink straight down. And this leg can be straight. Yeah, that's good. And then grow tall right here in the crown. Beautiful. And breathing. So We're going to slide this tailbone down and bring this belly button in. And we're all right here. There you go. Feel that like a cable. And we're pulling up. So when I suggest to engage that pelvic floor, and it doesn't matter whether you're man or woman, it's the same movement of cutting off, like if you're going to the bathroom and cutting off the stream of going to the bathroom. It's that sensation. That's a pelvic floor movement. Can you feel that? So play with that a little bit. When you clench it tight, it's like you're hanging on for dear life. So soften it, but let it be strong. So it's almost like gently holding a butterfly in your hand. You hold a butterfly like this, you're going to crush it and kill it. But if you hold it softly and just support it, then it will rest there for a long time, effortlessly. We're all breathing, and we're holding this effortlessly, aren't we? And we're going to sink back into Dancing Warrior. Go backwards. Open that side body. Find your breath. Excellent. Inhaling, coming back to center. We're going to slide across the body, elbow to knee, and bring this top hand. We're going to come right to the ceiling first. Lengthen to the ceiling. Feel those muscles grip around your arm. And then spin your hand so it's facing the front of the room. And bring that arm all the way up over like it's going to be right over your ear. Now draw out of your shoulder. Spin your heart open. This is the posture right here. Twisting and lateral opening. Breathing into it. Now, if you're feeling super stretchy and you want to do something crazy, you can bring that hand all the way behind you and hook it onto your arm and spin open. Crazy twisting business, super stretchy. In my mind, I imagine that I'm dropping my hand down behind me, under my leg, and hooking my hands together. Yeah, not happening here, but it's a good imagination. Excellent. Inhaling, bringing that arm back up to the ceiling, palm facing forward, as if somebody's taking your hand and drawing you up. Pick yourself up, come back into Warrior Two. Sink down into that knee one more time. Bring it back, drop down out of those arms. Turn to face the front of the mat, the long side of the mat, toes facing forward. We're just going to stop here for a minute. Close your eyes, do a little internal inventory. Drop long through the crown, lead with your heart. Exhale, forward fold. Wide leg, forward fold. Just feel it. I'm feeling it in my right hip today, really talking to me. So the beautiful thing about yoga, let your hands come down to the floor. Let this be a supported forward fold. Drop out of your head. If you can touch the floor, great. If you can't, put your hands on your shins. The beauty of yoga is that it's never, ever going to be the same 2 days in a row. It will always be different, just like life. It is different every second, every moment of the day. Inhaling, hands to above your knees, walk yourself up, coming back up. Turn that right foot. So now people in the room are going to be pointing towards the back of the room. Sink into that knee. Inhale those hands up, coming into Warrior Two. Here it is. So where's your warrior? If you're leaning forward, you're a warrior in the future. If you're leaning backward, you're a warrior in the past. We want to be warriors of the present, so sink straight down the center line. So it's almost as if you have a long line of energy from the top of your head right down to the end of the spine. There you go. Good. So you're going to just keep the foot there. Yeah. Spin the knee. Just the knee. Yeah, there you go. That's good. That's right. Now just sink straight. Yeah, right there. Perfect. Okay, hang out there. Breathing into it. Everybody's finding their breath. That looks really good. Good job. Grow tall here. There you go. Good. Touching the top of your crown. Remembering, when you engage your pelvic floor, it almost is like somebody touching the top of your crown. Physics. What happens below, so happens above. Inhaling, sinking backwards into Dancing Warrior. Yes, there's that right hip in my body. This is catching
the top of the IT band, which is the TFL muscle. Breathing into it. Sinking into that knee. A lot of times when people do dancing warrior, we lose it in our knee. Let's keep it. Find your breath. Inhaling, coming back down into warrior 2. Slide across the body, elbow to knee. Bring first that hand straight up to the ceiling. Get your knees, sink into it. Sometimes we have one side of our knee that is, one side of our body that's stronger than the other one. Bring that hand all the way up and over. The arms can come over the ear. Palms facing the floor. There you go. Lengthen through your crown. Tip your chin just a little so you can feel the back of your neck open towards your chest. There you go. Tip it a little more. So we're wanting a long line of energy through that back of that spine. Let me just touch it here. Tip that chin down. Tip it towards your chest. Yeah, there you go. Feel how that opens the back of your neck here. Going long. There you go. Perfect. 2 more breaths. You can do it. Now, this is that crazy thing where if you want to spin open, bring that arm up and behind you, bring it behind your back. Open that heart. Now, you can look over your shoulder with still bringing your chin just slightly down. It opens the back of the neck. Whew. Sometimes it opens other parts of the body too. What are your toes doing? Are they gripping the mat? Mine are. Hanging on for dear life. Inhaling, bringing that hand back up, lifting yourself up, opening up, bringing those toes to place forward, 5-pointed star, arms are up. Drop out. Here it is. Breathe into it. On the next inhale, grow long through the crown, and exhale, dive straight forward. Hands come in front of you. If you can't reach the floor, you can use a block or put your hands on your shin. Sink back through the hips. Walk those hands back. If you can touch your head to the floor, do that. I'm still working towards the floor. That's my goal. And if you can do it, feel free. Breathe into it. Two more breaths. Beautiful. Walk those hands back forward a little bit. Now, from right here, pull those heels in so that the toes are pointed to the corner of the mat and sink straight down into a squat. Supported squat. Just open those hamstrings. That's what this is about. Breathing into it. And inhaling, picking up and sinking down. Let those knees travel to the little toe. Lifting up. On the inhale, exhale, sinking down. Beautiful. Inhaling up. Exhaling, sinking down. Notice what's changing in your body. Inhaling up. Core strong. Exhaling down one more time. Inhaling up. Staying there. Sinking down. Left hand to the left knee. Right hand to the right knee. Sumo wrestler, sink it down. Woo! Hello, quads. Breathe into it. Let go of those toes. 2 more breaths. And inhaling, coming up. Good job. Walk those feet forward. Jump it in. Do whatever you want. Walk it out a little bit. Come back to the front of your mat. Inhaling those hands up overhead. Exhaling, swan diving down, bending your knees so your hands can come all the way to the floor. Stepping back into tabletop or downward facing dog. We're going to just pass through dog. Then tabletop. And then we're going to sink forward and come all the way onto your belly. All the way down. So make sure you're on your mat. You're going to see me wiggle around because I end up all over the place. Dropping out of those feet. Okay. So when you're laying on your belly on the floor, it's important that your pelvic floor is supportive and that
so that you don't have that low back pain. You could be resting. I just am up so you can hear me talking. So we're gonna lengthen through the right leg. We're gonna lengthen through the left leg. And then as you engage your pelvic floor, you're gonna slide that tailbone down and feel the pubic bone touch the floor. Engage your core, and hands come underneath your shoulders, inhaling up just a little bit. This is a little mini cobra. We're gonna start right here. If you have low back injuries, be mindful. This might be the maximum distance that you go. Honor that. You don't have to do more. This can be it. We're breathing, we're hanging out here. My back is working, my latissimus dorsi. If your shoulders are up here, bring them back. Bring those elbows in close to your body. Bring them in. Breathe into them. Find your breath. This is just a little back bend happening here. Two more breaths. This time as you lower down, turn your head the opposite direction of which you had it. Keep your elbows in close to your body. I'm not moving my hands. I'm just giving my back a little mini break. And then I'm going to lengthen through my crown, engage that core, and I'm going to come right back into it. Now, if this is good for you and you feel your body working, stay here. If you're ready, come up a little higher. Core must be engaged. Elbows are in. Cobra. Find your cobra. Find your breath. Now, I'm going to show a third level, but only do this if you're strong, and you can come clear up to up dog, right here on your feet. I'm not going to hang out there. I'm hanging out right about here. You do whatever's right in your body. I have all levels in this class, and so do what's right in your body. Two more breaths. And lower it down. Okay, turn your head the opposite way, come all the way down. Might have to readjust, wiggle on the mat. Lengthen through your right foot, left foot again. Last time, inhale, go long in the crown. Exhaling, coming up to your level. Where are you today? Elbows are in. 3 breaths here. Last one, push all the way back into child's pose. So find your way into child's pose, do it slowly. Okay, so you can curl over your knees, you can open your knees wide, bring your heels together and drop down. Whenever you do back bends, you want to do a forward fold, counter pose it. Excellent. On the next inhale, find your way to lying on your back. If you want to do a vinyasa, do a downward facing dog, jump through, you can do that. Do whatever you need to do to get there. Or you can just spin around and lie down on your back, and that's a great way too. Rolling down, all the way down. Bring your feet to standing. Right here, we're going to just start here. We're not going to do any bridge today, but we are going to do a few public ones just to invite that low back to release. So feet are hip distance apart, hands are down on the floor. And on the next inhale, really soften everything to the floor. And as you exhale, roll that pubic bone in. Press the feet to the floor. And then inhale, release it out. And exhale, draw it in. Inhale, release it out. If anybody wants to do bridge, go right ahead and do it. Exhale, draw it in. Inhale, release it out. What's great about pelvic tilts is that this is actually an exercise they give you if you have low back pain or low back injury in physical therapy. So really feel that low back, press into the floor. Feel your belly button drop down into your spine. Feel that pelvic floor draw up. Inhale, release it all. Exhale, draw it in, and let's hold the posture, but keep breathing. So you're holding everything static. Belly button's down. Pubic bone is working towards the belly button. If you decide to go into bridge, lifting up into bridge, make sure and keep those knees engaged. Not required, but if you want it, go there. See if your gluteal muscles, pat your bottom, is it soft? If it's not soft, let them go. Let those glute muscles go. Let all the work be right here, right through the center body. 2 more breaths. And release it down. Good, release those knees to your chest. If you're in bridge, you can hang out there. You can join us with knees to chest. Lengthening through the left leg, drawing that right knee in. Exhale, draw the knee in. Inhale, release it out. Exhale, draw it in. Inhale, release it out. Exhale, draw it in. Inhale, release it out. Allow your left leg to go to the floor. Let that right knee come in, up against that ascending colon. Take a hold of it with your left hand. Open that right hand into a T position. Engage that pelvic floor and gently draw that knee across the body. Do this really slowly, okay? Be mindful of that low back. Let the body catch up with you. Let the hips open. And then as you're ready, you can go into a deep twist. Not everybody can do a deep twist. If you are not one of those, if you are one of those people who this is just better for you to stay away from, honor that. Sometimes honoring what we cannot do is the work. Especially those of us who push through and think we can do everything. What if we allowed ourselves permission to do only what we can do instead of what we have to? Breathing in. Breathing out. Inhaling, rolling out of that twist slowly. Slower than what you got into it. Come out of it. Slow, slow, slow. Take a hold of that right knee with your left hand. Put it on your left hip. Hold that hip down. Open that right knee. There you go. And then release that foot down to the floor. I always have to bring both feet in and wiggle around to be flat. I got a booty, it always moves around and then it's never flat when I get done and I have to get my body flat again. Your right leg is against the floor, the left leg is in. We're going to draw that left leg in, release it out. What this does is this is called wind relieving pose, and it actually massages the colon. And nothing is better than a colon massage in the morning. So here we are. Just giving our body what it needs. Exhale, draw it in. Inhale, release it out. Exhale. It also opens the hamstrings, which is a really nice bonus. One more time. Exhale, draw it in. And then just soften. Take that right hand, put it on the outside of that left knee. Open that left arm to T. Engage that pelvic floor, belly button to the spine, and then begin your journey across the body. Passing through those deep rotators of the hip. That might be as far as you go. If it is, stay there. If you have the ability to twist into it deeply, do that. Twisting is so good. It's like wringing out everything we don't need. So imagine like wringing out an old washcloth. Everything that you don't need in that, we're leaving it on the mat. Nowhere to go. Nothing to do. Twisting. Wringing out the lymphatic system. Inhaling. Begin that journey back. Do it slowly. As you come back onto your back, right hand to the right hip. Open that left knee. Open it up. There it is. Sometimes you feel your hips pop and adjust, or your back, or whatever. Bring that right knee in to meet the left knee. Gently rocking side to side. We didn't do any meditation and motion today, so this is a really beautiful time to ask your body, oh great body, with all the wisdom in the world, what else do I need? Do I need anything else? And if you need nothing else except maybe Shavasana, then lengthen through the right leg. Lengthen through the left leg. Cover yourself up with the blanket to hold that heat. Prepare for Shavasana. Shavasana is corpse pose. This is resting pose. Very, very important in yoga that we allow our body to incorporate everything that we've done. So left leg down, right leg down, palms facing open. Covering up for it with a blanket if you need one. Feel everything begin to soften. The feet fall open. The pelvic floor lets go. The breath grows shallow. And remembering that if it's not comfortable to have feet flat on the floor, to bring your feet to standing and let your knees fall together. Support what your body needs. The eyes grow heavy, and the mind is not here or there. Open up. As we open up, our light shines. It is light that takes away darkness. Open up. Open your heart. Open your mind. Open to your light within and allow it to shine bright. Immediately begin to deepen your breath. Wiggle your fingers and wiggle your toes. Invite the body to come back as you're ready. No rush. And at home, if you want to stay in Shavasana, please do. But when you're ready, roll to your side. Bring yourself to seating. Hands to your heart. Deep breath in. Namaste.